Hello, I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. It is Friday morning, and sorry, I look like crud. Crap, I look like caca. But I just want to do a quick video. It's, I think 2 weeks since the last video I put up. This is video 314. And first off, thanks guys for being there. Had a lot of conversations with people about the channel over the last couple of weeks. And that's the number one thing that keeps coming up is how grateful I am for all of you that watch this channel. I cannot tell you from the bottom of my heart how much I appreciate that. With that being said, just a quick update on, well, actually, let me say this because I don't do it all the time. But if you would like to give me a thumbs up for the video or comment or share or subscribe, all of those things help the algorithm of the channel, and it allows more people to find it and subscribe to it. And the more people that do that, the more people that can find it. It's kind of the way it goes. I believe we are up to like 514 subscribers. So thank you very much. Every one of those thumbs up is a humongous help. I greatly appreciate that. And I just appreciate you watching the videos. Okay, so since I've talked to you the last time, I had two full blood panels done. Of course, the normals, my liver numbers are elevated, but that's to be expected with the Xtandi and with the Keytruda. And so we're just keeping an eye on that. If it ever gets too high, we pause the Keytruda, and then I continue on. And as the numbers come down on the liver, then I go. My sugar has come down a little bit. My cholesterol has gone up a little bit. I lost 5 pounds this week. So I'm extremely happy about that. Honestly, the heaviest I've ever been. Let's see, I tipped the scales at 278 2 weeks ago. So for me, that's and I got to call it quits there. I got to lose some weight. So I've been working on it, eating better, and well, most of the time eating better and doing what I can. But drum roll, please. My PSA number is again less than 0.04. I'm so jazzed. That has been the case, non-detectable, since March of 2022. So March, April, May, June. So that's 15 months. 15 months I've been non-detectable. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm so stoked. Okay, so here's where I am right now. I'm all sweaty like this because I went outside and I washed my Samurai. It was down at Petroworks for about a week and a half. It's the great guys down in Fallbrook that do all the work on my Samurai. And, we talked about the engine replacement. I put a sidekick motor in there, so twice the horsepower. And then I thought, you know what? Let's put an automatic in it because it had a 5-speed. And you just get tired of shifting after a while. These things are not designed for long distance driving, so most of it is just around town. I use it to go to the store, pick things up, just cruising around because it gets better gas mileage than my Tundra. My Tundra just sucks the gas down. And with the way the gas prices are, I prefer to spend less. So drive the Samurai. That being said, you get tired of shifting all the time. Every light, you got to shift and you shift and you shift. And so I had those guys put an automatic. So the motor is out of a 94 Sidekick, and then they got the transmission, I want to say, is out of a 96 Sidekick 4-door, 4-wheel drive. So it's still 4-wheel drive, just an automatic. But man, they had to do so much work. All of the computers that had to be added to it. They had to actually cut out the transmission tunnel. In the Samurai, and then they have I'm going to say it's not fiberglass. It's some kind of a composite material that makes up the new tunnel, and then they glue all of that in, bolt it in, put the transmission in, put a transcooler, rework the transfer case, put a new cross member on it. A lot of work, So went down Monday and picked it up, drove it home. And there was a couple times that I accidentally, muscle memory, went to put the brakes on quickly for a light change or something. And that left foot still thinks there's a clutch pedal there. So they both go to hit it. And it used to be, little tiny clutch, little tiny brake, and a gas pedal. Well, now I have the regular gas pedal, but I have a wide brake pedal in there. And so when you, go to think you're putting the clutch on, you're actually hitting the brake pedal, stopped rather suddenly. There's real good brakes on that Samurai. So I just have to get used to that. But it's awesome driving around without having a shift. Yeah, so I'm pretty jazzed about that. Also, too, my granddaughter Harlo is now more interested in driving it because it doesn't have a stick shift. So we're going to head over to the mall and practice driving there with it. She's 14. Well, actually, she's like 2 months away from turning 15. So in a year, she's going to be driving. And the Samurai's in the will. It's hers. She already spoke for it. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool for her. And speaking of my granddaughter, she's here. She's been with me for a week and a half. My daughter, Alyssa, had to go into the hospital. We had plans for her coming down for Father's Day. And then she had a repeat of a medical condition that had happened earlier that she had to have surgery for. So they readmitted her to the hospital. I drove out and got Harlo, and she stayed with me while Alyssa finished up the hospital stay. I think she was in there 3 or 4 days, and then at home recuperating now, and she's going to be fine. They didn't have to operate again this time. They were able to do it with IV antibiotics, and then they put her on oral, and so she's doing well. And she's going to come down this Sunday, so we'll celebrate her birthday and Father's Day on the same day, which we missed them last time. So I've been having a wonderful time with my granddaughter here, and I'll tell you, it's just been amazing. When I get to spend long periods of time with her like this, things get different. When it's a real short visit, I don't know, you don't get a chance to kind of open up and stuff. And we've had some amazing conversations. It's really interesting to me how a 14-year-old can be so deep. I remember being 14 and all I cared about was getting down to the beach to go surfing. Didn't care about anything going on in the world. Nothing. But she's into it. She's tuned in. She knows what's going on. She's got her opinions, and it just amazes me how full of love she is. I have not heard her say anything derogatory about anyone or despairing and the other thing that's really cool about her is she's very open with her thoughts. We were at Disneyland on Tuesday, and if she sees somebody and she likes the way they're dressed, she compliments it. And she'll say, I really like your pants. I like your sweater. She'll tell people, she goes, oh, you're beautiful. Or I love your tattoo. So much love oozing out of this kid. I mean, it's just amazing, how much vibration raising she does. It's just incredible. And I'm so blessed to have her with me. So, like I said, Alyssa's coming on Sunday, and we're going to Disneyland on Tuesday, the three of us. So real quick update on that. It's been a busy 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I've had 3 trips to the lake, taking the boat out, been doing work on the boat, doing work on the Tundra, starting to work on my garage to get that straightened out. All the doctor visits, get my tube changed. We're getting my parents' house ready to sell since they both passed away in 2022. And so a lot of work. I mean, busy. And I'm just amazed at how much I was able to accomplish. Normally, on a normal day, I wear, I don't have it on right now, but I wear a Samsung watch, and it keeps track of how many steps I do. And on a regular day for me, a good day, I probably do 1,200 steps, maybe. So on Tuesday, when we were at Disneyland, I did 12,668 something steps, which amazed me. And, I kept patting myself on the back, and Harlow was like, I can't believe it, Grandpa. You're doing so well. And we went on a bunch of rides and just had a wonderful day, had an awesome day. And we even left early, even that all those steps were done before 8 o'clock at night. And we got to see my daughter-in-law, Sayla. She works there. That was very special. And then we got up Wednesday morning, and I had tickets again for California Disney Adventure. I've got a pass, but I bought tickets for Harlo and Alyssa. And I woke up, I wasn't feeling awesome when I woke up, but I thought, you know what, I can do this. I can do this, especially coming off the heels of Tuesday, which was, fantastic. So we got to the park. The first ride that we were set up to do, because you can do little reservations on your phone. The first one we were set up to do used to be Tower of Terror, and now it's Guardians of the Galaxy Breakout, I believe, is the actual name of it. And it's been close to 20 years since I've been on that ride. And somehow my brain forgot how violent you get thrown around in that thing. I mean, your butt comes off about 6 inches. It feels like 3 feet, but a lot of up and down, a lot of quick drops, a lot of fast rises, a lot of butt leaving the seat. So I was, when that one was done, we came out, I had to sit down. I was a little like, okay, sweetie, give me just a minute. And then our next reservation was for California Soarin', which if you've never been on it, it's a big round movie screen, and you sit in chairs that are on connecting rods that rise. So when it starts, it lifts you up and then pushes you into the screen. So now you have a full immersion screen around you, and it's like you're hang gliding. You're flying over stuff, and when you fly over Africa, you smell the grass, you smell the elephants. As you fly over the ocean, cool breeze gets blown up in your face. They used to have oranges, and I miss that because it's not in it anymore, but used to zoom down in Orange County by, as they were coming back to Disneyland, and the smell of oranges was fantastic. They took that out. And then as you come back from it, the ride goes all over the world. See the Eiffel Tower, the Grand Canyon, the Taj Mahal. It's just fantastic. And the last thing you do is you come to Disneyland and you go up into the fireworks. So it can make you a little queasy, because you're doing this. So got off of that one, and I kind of thought, okay, let's sit down for a minute. And we still had a little time before our next ride was the reservation was ready. I apologize. And so we made our way over to Pier Plaza, and it was probably, 85 degrees. It was hot, and we sunscreened up, had water with us. And then, so we went over and we got on the Incredicoaster coaster. And it's the one with the big Mickey Mouse face with the loop in it, which I had forgotten about. So we get on this thing, and it uses electromagnets to launch you. There's no chain or anything. It's just you're sitting still and you're going 60 miles an hour. It's just, there you go. So the minute that it launched, I knew I had made a mistake. It's a 30-second ride. It felt like 30 minutes. Every corner we went around, I prayed it was the last one. Every hump we went over, prayed it was the last one. Then I saw the loop. Oh, closed my eyes, grit my teeth, and did everything I could not to hurl on this ride. I'm amazed that I still don't know how I didn't, but I got off the ride. My granddaughter was, angelic. She got me off that ride. She had her hand out as I now have my walker with me, because that's a long way to go. I'm not up to being able to walk that far on my own yet. So I'm pushing my walker, and she has her arm out, and she's protecting me as we're going through crowds of people and stuff. And so we got over to a bench with a little bit of shade. I sat down, and then I rolled the walker back, and I put my hands up on the thing, and I just put my head down. She's, Grandpa, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you want to go to a restaurant? It would probably be cooler. I couldn't move. I could not move. I swear, back in the day, this is what it felt like when I tie one on. I get the head spins, get the headache, the dry mouth, the stomach cramping up, and I just thought, man, if I could just hurl, I'd be good. Wasn't going to happen. Body says, nope, we're going to go right to the edge, but we're not going to do it. So after about 30 minutes, and Harlo went and got me a Sprite, and I just couldn't cool down, couldn't stop sweating. It was just too hot. So we finally said, okay, we're going to head for the front gate. So, slowly pushed the walker, made it all the way to the front gate, got out into the entrance, which is in between Disney Adventure and Disneyland. I'm sorry, I hope I mentioned that. We were in California Adventure, not Disneyland, on the second day. And we were heading for the trams. And I saw a flower bed, and I'm like, whoop, got to get over there. And again, the body says, nope, we're not going to give you this relief. So got on the tram, got in the truck, cranked on the air as high as I could get it, and I still couldn't cool down. And again, I apologize for the yawns. I'm out of gas and just wasted. And so what was I saying? Oh, we headed home. Harlo was just a trooper taking care of me. I never would have made it out of there if it weren't for her. And then got home, turned on the air conditioner in my room, just laid on my bed, and I was out for about 2 hours. And that was on Wednesday evening. I went to bed early. Yesterday, didn't do squat. I ordered groceries. Harlo helped me put them away. I helped Harlo put them away. Called for a pizza for dinner and watched a little TV. That was it. So I forget sometimes that there's a limit to what I can do. My brain forgets I've got cancer, and it just wants to keep going. And like an idiot, I forget. Sometimes I do remember to take breaks and let my batteries recharge, and sometimes I don't. And so for the last 3 weeks, I haven't. And so I went out today and I wanted to watch the Samurai. So I went ahead and did that. And this is, what comes of that. Look at that. I'm actually getting a tan line. Woo! Man, I haven't had a tan in a while. And that's with sunscreen. So got the Samurai all cleaned up, and it's ready to go. I'm actually going to send it back down for some other work. But Harlo comes out and says, something I can do. So she helped me. Oh, good Lord. We should be doing the drinking game again for how many times I yawn. If you guys remember way back, I could not stay awake during the videos. I yawned all the time. And I had a few people tell me, hey, it'd be a great drinking game. But she came out and gave me a hand, washed the wheels for me, and then dried them off. And it was great. So that's all done, ready to go. And then she said, what are you going to do today? I said, well, how about we'll go to Hobby Lobby and we'll walk around. Truth be told, she and I have a thing for walking around Hobby Lobby and just checking stuff out. We like to browse, Walmart and that kind of stuff. So it works out really good with the two of us. And so we'll get some lunch. She goes, how about you just rest today? She goes, you rested yesterday. You need to rest today. So I'm going to listen to my very wise 14-year-old granddaughter, Harlo, and I'm going to take it easy today. Just going to relax. Kelly is leaving tonight to go up north to visit her family for a quick weekend trip. Alyssa's coming in Sunday, so I'm definitely going to relax today. We started watching Hamilton last night. Harlo's already seen it, and I hadn't. And boy, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. We're only an hour into it, and I'm hooked. It's very enjoyable. I have nothing but admiration for people who can sing like that and move around for 2 hours just to remember the dialogue, to be able to sing. Just incredible. And I asked her, I said, have you seen a live performance? And she said, no. So now that's on my list. I'm going to find something to take her to. I don't know, when Hamilton's going to come back, but a lot of things, maybe Wicked, she might enjoy that. Something that comes around, I'll take her to see it because it's so much better to see it live in person. But anyway, so, blah, 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 blah. I've been yakking this morning. Just wanted to give you what I thought would be a quick update. Ended up it wasn't, but I'm doing well. I talked to Nick from Real Recovery, R-E-E-L Recovery. There'll be much more coming on that. I am heading up there with my buddy Brian Hack, and we will be spending 2.5 days at a retreat for guys with cancer, guys who have survived cancer. And I'm really looking forward to it, especially after talking to Nick yesterday. It's going to be pretty cool. And you know what? I'll put the link in the description below so that you can take a look at it if you want. It'll give you some idea of what Brian and I are going to be doing. And I'm leaving July 5th for that. I'll take 2 days to drive to Eagle, Colorado, join up with Brian. Then we're going to head up together to McKay, Idaho. Did I say Eagle, Idaho? Yeah, Eagle, Idaho. Then up to McKay, Idaho for 2.5 days for that. Then we'll drive back down to Eagle, spend the night with Brian, and then I'm going to head home. It'll take me 2 days to get home. It's like a 15-hour, 16-hour drive straight through, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to split it into 2 days. So I think that'll work out good. And then the trip to Florida is a couple days after that to go see Indio and Lee. So I'm really looking forward to that. But thank you all for being here, for listening to me yak on. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And especially all the prayers, all the positive vibrations you guys put into the world, all of the good thoughts, all the aloha, all the shaka, all the good juju, everything. Even mediocre juju, I'm happy with. But thank you guys so much for being there. I appreciate that. And I will see you on the next video. I love you.